Hi, my name is Kinga and I started making YouTube videos right after my divorce to document for myself and my closest friends how I am reinventing myself and my whole life. Like new home, new jobs, new car, new friends and all that jazz. How? Through a combination of visualization and meditation. And thanks to this channel and the people who found me through this, I also started to offer help in co-creating guided meditations with and for those people who want to manifest a particular thing, because you, the people watching me, expressed a need for it. And you can go and check out my website for more info on what I do, kingakramer.com. Majority of the people who write to me want to manifest their dream home. And I actually have a generic meditation published on my YouTube channel just for that. And also it's slower, updated and better version, and just feel free to look it up. I will put the link in the description below. But those who understood that the more precise and personalized their visualization is, the better they can get into the mood of already having it, therefore manifesting it. And these people will want to have, their own custom-made meditation. So that is where I come in. And as I said, it's pretty common for people to want to manifest their dream home. But what about those who just want to sell their current ones? It could have been their dream home previously, but now their needs have changed, or they simply hate that place, or they just desperately need the money, or whatever the reason may be, there always comes a time when we have to sell our flat, house, or whatever property we own. Depending on where you live and what your home is like, it can be frustrating to find the right buyer at the right time, with the right kind of money. And in this video, I will share with you how to attract a buyer, how I did it with just a simple trick, successfully, more than once. If you found this video, feel free to comment, like, or even subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to press the bell sign for notifications. What I'm about to tell you may sound very abstract to you. You may not agree, and that's fine too. You can completely let it in like in one ear and just out through the other, but this is how I see life and reality. I believe that there's an alternative reality simultaneously happening with what I'm experiencing right here, right now, in the physical 3D. And everything and every outcome, past, present and future, and every alternative story of them, and also every desire of mine is simultaneously present in that vibrational reality, the 5D. So I like to imagine it like a library where everything has been written, every possibility is there, and I can have access to any of those stories and bring them to 3D, to my current reality, which is how basically manifesting works. Basically, the core principle is that like attracts like. And the quickest way to tune in to any desired outcome, or let's say creating that sort of gateway between 5D possibilities and a 3D reality where you can sort of suck that desired outcome into your current physical reality, is by thinking thoughts that will generate emotions in you of how you would feel in the situation of, having that desired thing or outcome or story already happening. So if I can get into and maintain that particular feeling state of already having sold my property, and I can keep that vibration, so I don't go around doubting it the next minute by feeling sad that I still haven't sold it, which is hard to do, I will very likely manifest that situation, i.e. bring it to reality where I actually have a buyer or have already sold it. Now, if this was the only trick I had to know, or you had to know, I could just end the video right here, right now, and many of us would never struggle again with selling, right? But there is something I learned while I was struggling to find a buyer, even though I truly believe that I have a buyer somewhere out there, and I thought I was also good at maintaining the right vibration. And I even had potential buyers coming and going and looking at the whole property, but I couldn't get that contract signed. And I found that there is something else to do. I found a much easier or more foolproof and a quicker way to sell. Basically, the problem is most of the time, not always, but like most of the time, is that when we want to sell, we sell out of desperation. We need the money right now. We have to sell right now because we have to move on. Or even if it's not urgent, we can feel frustrated at any point of the selling process by it not happening as smoothly and quickly as we anticipated or wanted. The biggest problem, though, is that when we want to sell something, we normally have this feeling of not wanting that thing anymore, right? Like not needing it, wanting to move on, wanting to get rid of it or exchange it. Some people actually want to sell because they even hate living there, or they just think that the property has some flaws, or it has things that bothers them. It may have been their dream home previously at one point, but now they just want something better or bigger or smaller or whatever, but basically different. So you start emitting this vibration or feeling of not wanting that property, which makes that property not being good enough, not wanted vibrationally or energetically. And you may write up, like a very nice advert about how great your home for sale is. But apart from the written words, you also send out this energy or this vibrational message about it not being good enough or wanted. And when the penny dropped for me, when I understood that, it immediately made sense to me that as long as I'm sending out the unwanted negative vibration about that property I wish to find an owner or a new owner for, I'm making the whole process harder. Who would want to buy something that has the I am not good enough or this is not good enough sign on it? So even though I might want to get rid of that place of mine for whatever reason, I started to recall the feeling I had at one point when that property was something I desired, when I was happy about finding it, when that property, flat house or ceramic studio made me feel happy and lucky and I couldn't wait to move in, or the feeling of appreciation I once had for having it or living there. So I basically chose to be more conscious about the energy I created around selling and waiting for the buyer to arrive. And as soon as I did that, I'm not kidding, as soon as I did that, the buyer showed up, like within a couple of days. And they felt how I used to feel, like they had this enthusiasm, this excitement, this appreciation for having found that place, just like how I used to feel. And they couldn't wait to move in and take it all over. So my advice to you is, apart from trying to put yourself in a feeling state of already having sold the property you want to sell at the price you want to sell, is to also attach this feeling or vibrational message about that property being amazing and emotionally and in every way fulfilling and perfect for living in, and wanted and loved, and see what happens. If you found this video helpful in any way, share it with those who need it the most. Comment, like, subscribe to my channel, whatever you want to do. And if you want to manifest your next dream home, contact me on kingakramer.com. Take care. Bye-bye.